Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. Shout out to everybody out there. Please come on in. Have a happy new year. Like, share, subscribe, and please let folks know that you were here. Where's here? You are in the barrel age. My name is Khalid Williams, and this is a place that is all about cocktails that matter and people that care. And I'm going to talk about a cheat code of an ingredient today. This category, this cocktail family, really gave me my start on YouTube and really inspired me as a craft bartender. The original Chartreuse is famous, been around in some form or another since 1605. It is so dope that it's not just a brand, it's a color. When people say Chartreuse, this is what they're usually talking about. But those who know about its more delicate, saffron-hued cousin. I love saying the word hue. My mother-in-law can't say hue. She says you. I hope she passes. I'm gonna make fun of her about it. Chartreuse jaune. Chartreuse yellow. I think it's jaune. It might be from Philadelphia. This is Chartreuse yellow. Original Chartreuse. 55% ABV, 130 different herbs and botanicals. The star of our show today, 130 herbs and botanicals, 47% ABV, infused with saffron and honey. This is one of those spirits that makes people lean in, check out your back bar, and take your entire bar program more seriously, whether they're at your job or at your crib. It's not because yellow chartreuse is loud. It's mysterious. It's herbal, it's golden, it's sweet, it's spiced. It can turn a simple cocktail build into something that tastes like you did your research, you did your homework, and you are a master of the craft of the cocktail. I am going to give you what yellow chartreuse is and what it tastes like in plain English, and show you 3 cocktails that matter that really illustrate the beauty of this product. And I may stop that beeping, or maybe that's just the awesome signal. That's the microwave. It keeps going off. Give me a minute. Don't leave. Stay right here. You can still hear me, so let's keep talking. Drop down in the chat if you've ever had a yellow chartreuse cocktail. And if you haven't, drop into the comments if you had a green chartreuse cocktail. And if you haven't, take some time with me right now and get familiar. So, what is yellow chartreuse? Yellow chartreuse is a French herbal liqueur from the Alps made by the Carthusian order of monks. Monks make some of the coolest things in the world: beer, cheese, really good liqueurs. 3 monks know the recipe. Each one of them only knows a third, and they've all taken a vow of secrecy, maybe a vow of silence. It's built from 130 plants that grow on the Carthusian monastery. Flowers, barks, roots, spices. It's like an alpine apothecary. This is the thing that people miss. It's the gentler sibling of green chartreuse. It's got that same mystical energy, but it's got some softer, sweeter notes, and it sits at 43% ABV. It's still amazingly strong for a liqueur that's stronger than vodka, but it won't vanish in a cocktail. I love sweet things that are stronger than what we call hard spirits. They usually love me unless I abuse them, but we don't abuse alcohol. We consume responsibly around here at the Barrel Age. So, when we taste this, what are we going to get? Moment of truth. I mean, look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Look at that beautiful color. Warm spice, honeyed herbs, nice florality, but it's a florality people who hate florality are going to appreciate. It's got a golden herbal glow instead of the kind of green, foresty kind of enrapturement. I don't even know if that's a word. It sounded good though. it takes over your whole system when you have some. You can't just taste this. You have to breathe it because it just goes right up your nostrils smoothly and just seduces your entire palate. It's still doing things. And another herb, and another herb, and another herb. Pros use yellow chartreuse like seasoning in cocktails. I don't think I've ever seen more than 3/4 of an ounce used at a time because a little really goes a long way. You don't make the whole drink chartreuse. You add a measured amount and you make whatever other ingredients you are using come alive. I can't lie. Old shows like Bridgerton and The Gilded Age, and especially Downton Abbey, I can't lie, I love them. I always want to start my arguments like, a word, please. And I want to tell the people, I'm very cross with you. And I could imagine myself saying, I'm very cross. Sipping this chartreuse, putting it down and ending the argument, good day. I want to, when I think about the Gilded Age and those old kind of English shows, I think I want to, the best kind of snark, like will you tell someone, I'll thank you not to embarrass our family. This cocktail gives me those vibes. This cocktail, I feel like, was invented by an explorer that had traveled far and wide and has stories about every corner of the earth. And he had this during the Aurora Borealis in the beautiful state of Alaska. This is the opposite of Sarah Palin. If anybody knows who that is, I might be old. So we're going to start with a gin-based cocktail. And what are we using for gin? The most royal in the world. Highclere Castle Gin, an amazing example of a London dry gin. 43% ABV, 10 botanicals finished in heirloom oats that are fed to thoroughbred horses around the world. Why are there oats in this? Because it gives it the smoothest mouthfeel of any gin around. The juniper is present, and just universal attainable luxury exists in this bottle. And if you see that castle, that is where Downton Abbey's filmed. The people that brought forth this product come from both sides of the pound, and they've done a lot for my life. I'm going to do a more elegant video for this cocktail, but right now this is just us chilling at the barrel age. So we've got 3 ingredients: Highclere Castle Gin, yellow chartreuse, orange bitters. 1, 2, 3. Real easy. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to start with 1 dash orange bitters. I prefer Regan's orange bitters over everything. Can you still see my little, you know what, should we glorify? Let's glorify. Here, we're going to glorify. Let's glorify. We got to glorify. We glorified now, ain't we? Yeah, we glorified now. Okay, here we go. So, 1 dash orange bitters. Dasher bottle, most important. 1/2 ounce yellow chartreuse. And let's stop playing like this stuff is just ever so plentiful. I'm going to take this here and put it back in here, because we're not going to waste this beautiful stuff. Finished off with 2 ounces of gin. So this is going to be very gin forward, and I find like this is a cousin of the martini. Really elegant, perfect for before a meal. We're going to stir. And why are we going to stir? Because there's no fruit juice here. Shaking this would bruise the spirits, and we don't want to bruise your spirits. Don't bruise your spirits, treat them well. Also, is this not beautiful? I hope you can see. Give it a nice stir. And you know what? You know what? For my glass, I'm going to use something very special. Or maybe I should save that. No, I think we should use it. It's almost New Year's. Let me break it out. The beautiful little vintage star. Simple, easy, 3 ingredients. This drink is pre-prohibition era. I cannot vouch for where it first appeared, but you know what? The internet remembers even when we forget. So let's see. Alaska cocktail origins. Let's do the Googles. Mm-hmm. The Alaska cocktail's exact origin is murky, but it first appeared in print around 1913 1914 in Jacques Straub's book Drinks. It featured Old Time gin and yellow chartreuse, with its name possibly referencing the chill and golden color from the chartreuse, reminiscent of the gold rush era. I mean, that's a reach, but it's all good. We can reach. We're gonna finish it off. Did you see that? My little guard is on my blade here. So let's try again. Let's get our guard off. Shout out to Campari of America for this beautiful, beautiful Y peeler. Time to express yourself. Get those oils right on top of there. And then if you've got it, if I've got it, maybe I don't got it. Oh dear, I may not have it. Do I have it? Oh my goodness. Yes, I've got it. I've got it. I find this to be so elegant. Watch this move. Watch this move. This move. So watch this move. Place our twist. Just like that on the side of the glass. We have here the Alaska cocktail. More than 100 years of history. Pre-Prohibition era. I was right about that. In a beautiful glass. So this is our martini type cocktail. Martini kind of makes up one of the big cocktail families. Stirred, served up, spirit forward. What is spirit forward? Spirit forward means you're going to taste booze on booze on booze, right? Now, what's another drink in which we taste booze on booze on booze? I will tell you, it's very popular. Old dudes dig it. And I think I'm an old dude at this point, so I dig it. Whenever we are trying to make cocktails, we go by families and not just individual recipes. And the old-fashioned family is one that I find if someone drinks an old-fashioned and you have a remix, they're almost always going to love it. Now, the ingredients here, let me get back to my notes because I think I'm all over the place. This is called the Diamondback. Spirit forward drinks. This is your leather chair cigar sipper right here, okay? I really love this cocktail because it's one of the original split base cocktails. So it's tied to Baltimore. It was served at the Diamondback Lounge at the Lord Baltimore Hotel. Baltimore, famous for years for their nightlife. I love the city of Baltimore and I love the show Hairspray. So obviously I'm awesome. Rye whiskey is going to be the base, and that makes sense. Rye whiskey has a strong history tied to Pennsylvania, Pikesville, Old Overholt, and a few other brands. What else is from there that moved? There's a brand that used to be from Pennsylvania that moved to Kentucky. Somebody help me and tell me what it is. But for now, Old Overholt. Distilled in Kentucky, it's literally Old Overholt. Before Prohibition, Old Overholt, a la Bill Overholt, you should watch Boardwalk Empire to get familiar with him, was made in Pennsylvania. With another brand called Pikesville, I believe is either Pennsylvania or Maryland. But Maryland, PA, strong rye whiskey history. And now I'm from the Northeast. I love me some Northeast. And New Jersey is responsible for one of the best spirits you ever want to have. Now, again, I don't know if I said this is another 3-ingredient cocktail. We've got the rye whiskey, 2 parts. We're going to do 1 part yellow chartreuse and 1 part Applejack. Applejacks are not just the cereal that changed color when you were young and you liked to you like to eat when you maybe were on a shroom trip when you got older. By you, I mean me, I think. Unless the algorithm doesn't like it, then say no to shrooms. Applejack is a spirit made from apples. It has a history that's longer than bourbon. Jacking is when fruit is left on the vine into the winter months. The juice freezes, the water separates, and you're left with an extremely concentrated and unctuous liquid. That is how Applejack is made, and it looks like the fruit is almost like in little glass on the vine. The process is amazing. Laird's, as the brand, is the original proprietor. I love pulling this out because people who don't know, they look at this, right? They think it's some hooch. This ain't no hooch. This right here is premium liqueur. It's not cheap either. There's 3 versions. There's an 80 proof, don't buy it. There's an 86 proof. This will be the most crowd pleasing. My favorite is the bottled in bond, which means what? Aged 4 years, at least 100 proof. 100 proof. Proof came from when alcohol was sold in barrels of varying quality. It was set on fire. When it was set on fire, it was thought to be at least half alcohol, meaning that brought it to proof. Double the alcohol by volume equals the proof. So the proof is not in the pudding, it's in the liquor. So this 86 proof, this 100 proof, if somebody's uninitiated, they're gonna say this doesn't taste like apples and this does. Well, guess what you do for them? Add some water here and then you're gonna get your apple flavor. 1, 2, 3, we're gonna serve it down. I think, now somebody said you could shake or stir this. That's bullshit. I think you can either serve this on the rocks or up. We have to talk about the politics of flavor. And the people that would most likely order this drink are the people that are most likely to be afraid of a glass with a stem. I'm not one of them. Call me what you want. I'll have my glass with a stem. I'll have my glass from them. I don't care what my glass looks like. It could have a stem. It could have a leaf. It could have a vine. As long as it's in front of me with some good alcohol in it, I am good. So, 2 parts rye whiskey. We don't start with 2 parts. We start with our smallest part first, right? So let's stay faithful. Let's do 3/4 of an ounce. Ooh, that smells good. Same thing here, false. 3/4 of an ounce, Chartreuse Jaune. And then 1.5 ounce rye whiskey. We're using Old Overholt. Ooh, did you see the spills? The spills. I like going live. Now, serve down means we put it right into the glass. We add our ice. And we stir. That smells good. Like that smells good. Like for real good. Oh gosh. Just beautiful lingering spice for days. That apple comes right through and it plays with the florality in the chartreuse perfectly. I mean, there's just so much here. If you use a bottled in bond rye, it's going to pop even more with flavor. And I contend that the chartreuse will not get lost if you do that. I think it's perfectly acceptable to do. Oh, Lord, that smells good. But I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take this off the ice because I'm drinking this and I've got another cocktail to show you. Far be it from me to end the class early, But also, far be it for me to keep just wasting the chartreuse because it's hard to get. However, I got to give credit to one of my community members here at the Barrel Age. I was told that in a city not far from mine, a gentleman saw green chartreuse on the shelves, about $67 in quantity. Shout out to you for that information. I'll get your name in just a moment. So we've got our martini style template, the Alaska, got our old fashioned style template, the Diamondback. Just sounds manly, doesn't it? So this next one is a cocktail that made my generation. Talking about I can't, y'all gonna strike me for what you call it, for copyright. I don't want to get copyright struck. My generation fell in love with yellow chartreuse because of this cocktail. And I mean, the ingredients in it are just straight name droppers. The gentleman that made this cocktail up, Joaquin Simo, I can give him a lot of credit for guiding our craft and pushing the cocktail renaissance forward. Death and Company, New York, Flatiron District, really famous bar. Phil Ward at the helm, Joaquin Simo, Sam Ross. The people at this bar, you could put just the cocktails that the people at this bar either have invented or it worked with first and make that your menu forever. And people would be happy forever. This one is called Naked and Famous, and it makes me think of the Migos song, Handsome and Wealthy. So, this is what I call a TLP, 2 liqueur, equal parts sour. There's a bunch. Last Word, Paper Plane, made by Sam Ross, who spent some time at Death and Company. I think. I know he was at Attaboy. Attaboy is his bar, and he worked with Sasha Petrosky, my bar dad, at Milk and Honey before that. But these guys were all in New York at the same time in any case. This one's real easy, right? Equal parts. Aperol. You know it, you love it because of the Aperol spritz, but you better know and you better love that it's been around since the early 20th century. Mezcal, listen, you love tequila. You think you don't like mezcal? I promise you like mezcal because tequila is mezcal. Mezcal is the smoky, cooked agave. We have a reposado here, which means it's aged, and we're going to go equal parts. And we're going to go into the rapid fire round now because I got stuff to do. So, again, equal parts. 3/4 ounce lime juice. 3/4 ounce chartreuse. 3/4 ounce Aperol. This is the most diverse joint up here. We got Italy. We got Mexico. We have France. We got the Gullah Geechee Islands in the person that's making it. 3/4 ounce mezcal. Again, equal parts sour, Joaquin Simo fame. This is probably going to be the young person's favorite. Crowd pleasing, I don't know, because mezcal is a bit assertive and a bit smoky. I do think that because the Aperol is in it, if people have one flavor that they like, they're willing to rally around a cocktail. Shake it hard, but watch yourself. You ever heard that song by Mystical? Shake it fast or shake your ass? I love it because there's the encouraging, shake it fast, but then the cautionary, but watch yourself. Served up. Look at that color. This is usually done without a garnish. However, I find it really benefits nicely from a dehydrated orange. And if you want to start wilding, which you know sometimes I'd be wilding, you can throw a little bit of absinthe on the top of that and have a good time. All right, so listen. 3 cocktails. The neoclassic, Naked and Famous. Pre-Prohibition, Alaska. Baltimore's finest with the soul of New Jersey, the Diamondback. All of them featuring yellow chartreuse, 47% ABV, 130 different herbs, made in the French Alps by Carthusian monks. 3 monks, each of them have a third of the recipe. All of them take a vow of secrecy and a vow of silence. This was first made as a health tonic. Almost every alcohol you see that's come out before the 20th century was made for health. We have been taking things to make ourselves feel better for a long time. And I think alcohol delivers. This right here has a lot of spirit in it because it's made to support the monastery. The people that make it are very serious. These cocktails I feel blessed to have, and I feel blessed to share them with you. Don't be afraid of chartreuse. If you find a bottle anywhere for under $70, buy it right then and there. I've heard it's going to be becoming more available. You can't guarantee that because it's become really hard to get. The monks said that we're not about to keep just making chartreuse so y'all can keep taking shots of it. Chartreuse, I think, has been abused for a while because people drank way too much of it because it was way too plentiful. If you're an idiot bartender and you want to be cool, put some chartreuse in your cocktail. We can't do that now because it's not available now, and it's made us a lot more thoughtful. In what we do behind the bar, a little bit of thought goes a long way because thought is what helps us communicate with our guests. Thought is what helps us be cohesive with the people that we work with. Thought is what helps us be creative. This was a fun, quick hit. And I'm going live because I don't have as much time to produce these videos. I have a lot of help from people. Shout out to One Lens Media. Susan and I have done some amazing work. 2025 was our best year. She helps me out as much as she can and does an amazing amount of help. But it's my job to keep creating when I have no crew, when I have no cast. So I'm going live because literally I love hanging out with you all. I love making cocktails. And I love just breaking these things down, taking the hoity-toityness away from them and just making them enjoyable. Each one of these maximum 4 ingredients recipes, really easy. If you need help finding any of the ingredients, you know where to reach me. Get in the comments, tell me what you like, tell me what you loved, tell me what you didn't like, tell me which cocktail you want to see next. This New Year's Eve, I need you to do me 4 favors. I need you to drink some bubbles. And I need you to drink some bubbles other than champagne. Hit me up to find out what you should drink. I want you to eat something that you normally wouldn't because it's a little too indulgent. I want you to listen to Prince, preferably the song 1999. And I want you to think about your vision for the year 2026. The barrel age, we had the best year we've ever had. We've made more connections than we've ever made. There have been about, I think, 85,000 views in the last 6 months. 1,700 comments, something like, I think, 9,000 likes. And I just am so humbled by each and every one who gets in the comments, who's supportive, and who participates. I cannot wait to see what we do next. You know what we're about here. Cocktails that matter, people who care. I got to get up out of here because my girl gonna get home and be mad if I got this bullshit out. I love y'all. Peace.